Graham,
Yes, sir.
going back to you being a tech geek.
Yes.
What were you telling me before about the AI in Amazon?
Oh, yeah. Well, seeing as we're dropping enough sort of PC bombs for our non-monetizable channel, it was just, I got really, really excited about this news story I saw because I thought it was a very interesting discussion.
Yeah.
And it was that Amazon have created an AI that sifts through job applications for you.
Okay.
And it was, this wasn't just looking for keywords. It was very, very sophisticated. And it always spat men out as the result. So
what do you mean, spat them out? They were no good?
Sorry, that's not very thing. So, the idea was you'd put 100 in, it'd give you the top 5. Or if you had 20,000 people applying for the same job, which does happen, it would give you the top 5 candidates.
And they were men, were they?
Yeah, and it was always specific to that job, specific to the where, it would take in location, everything.
Yeah.
It was always men. So they tweaked it.
Right.
They adjusted some of the variables, and it still gave men every single time. So Amazon just closed the department quietly.
That's quite something, isn't it? Is that just American men, or is that just across the world?
I think it was an American one, but they hire from everywhere.
No, I've always found women are that little bit more efficient, but they don't always see it through like men do. But interestingly, I've been in business 40 odd years now, and I have seen a difference between men and women-led businesses, and I do find overall that the best businesses out there are usually a man going forward with it, but with a woman behind it, because I often find that men they have more of an ego, they've got more energy, they sort of really. Women aren't as pushy, and I think women are so used to being in the background, they do tend to get put down a bit, don't you think? And I think men sort of go for it, and they're not bogged down with children as much and the household, and I know I see it. So men are likely to be a lot more successful, but when you've got women in the background pushing them and doing stuff, I've got stories. Quite often when we've got clients sort of not doing as well as we think they should, especially when the paperwork's bad, we've often asked them to come and talk to us, and then we've asked for permission to talk to their wives, and it's amazing how often the business does improve once wives are allowed to come in the business. But I think men are great at getting out there, communicating, seeing the bigger picture, but I think women are making sure that things are done.
I think with men you get a little bit more BS and flash than the actual reality of dealing with it. Like my missus is the one that always changes the sheets on the beds. Yeah, and it needs doing.
Exactly, you're the one that wets them.
I'm the one that throws all sorts of filth all over them. Yeah,
that's lovely.
I tell you, my perspective on this is I think it gets framed very poorly. There's often talk about like the top 1,000 CEOs or the top 100 companies and like how many men and women and stuff like that. And ultimately, my view is that a lot of people start out wanting to be the boss. Yeah. And then as they get into higher management positions, they realise, I don't want that life. No, I don't want to do 70, 80-hour weeks.
No, it's what I see as well. And I think women have a different, not all, because my sister's a terrific businesswoman. Oh, yeah, she's created a great business. So it's not a hard and fast rule, but in general, I think that men are more designed to go out in the jungle and keep pushing. And I think a lot of women think, well, we've got enough money, I don't see the point. Or do something. I don't think women as egotistical or as self-promoting.
I think women tend to realise sooner than most men. Yeah. About balance in life and about just enjoying other things.
Yeah, I agree.
Not necessarily like.
Well, I don't think I've ever got that because I've always liked working. I've always wanted to be in the workplace. I've always wanted to push business forward. Being at home to me, I get so restless. It's not that I don't like being at home, but I'm like, especially now that I'm not getting kids there, I don't know what to do with myself half the time.
See, my life turned completely when I had a kid. It was I'd go from doing jobs for 3 months out of the country to I have to be there, dropping her off, picking her up, and I want to be there for as much as humanly possible. Yeah. And I am very, very aware that decision that I've made means that I've got less money. And I've not got as nice a house or whatever, but I consciously made that decision. This isn't someone else.
I don't actually think going into business a lot is about money. It seems to be, because that makes it. But I think there's a certain drive, a certain push that you want to do this, you want to achieve this, and I think men have that more. Maybe we're going out hunting. I don't know, but if anybody would like to come screaming at me that women are just as good as men or women are just as successful as men, then I'm quite happy to be corrected. But and it's not. I'm not trying to put women down. I'm not trying to bolster men up. I'm not trying to say men are apes. I'm just saying that in general, I've seen men do better in business than women, and the women the business that do best usually have a woman behind it as well. So can I get myself in a hole any more than I've just done?
It's you, male and female perspective. Obviously, most of our personality traits overlap, but there's certain things that tend to appear more in the different sexes, and it's healthy to have that energy. The same way that it's healthy to have different kinds of people. You know, I mean, Kirsty's upstairs kicking ass.
Oh yeah, she's tougher than me.
And
sorry, Kirsty's our office manager.
Yeah, and that's you'd lose your mind if you were up there.
No, my Melanie does every bit of administration, and in especially on the financial side than me. She's the one that pushes all of that. She'll be the one that says this person's not paid, or this is going on, or why are you paying that for that? She'll but it's me that knocks on the doors, and it's me that's brought the business in over the years. I mean, I've got a team here. It's not just me, but it's me that's made it happen.
And sometimes you need an effeminate hipster to run your desk for you.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but thank you for saying that. What's an effeminate hipster?
It's me.
Is that someone that's got a problem that's got a hip problem?
I don't get called that as often since
I don't know what it is. What is a hipster? What is it?
Well, it used to be me back when I was cool, but I got fat and old.
Is it a cool person? Oh right. You mean like as a hippie?
No. A hipster is kind of like they like always into new things, but stuff that no one else knows about, and I go to a bar that's got no name above it.
So you're not talking about your kinky stuff again?
No, I'm not talking about my kinky stuff. I'll tell you about that again off.
No, it's okay. You don't need to tell me.
Please, can we not bring that up on there again, please?
No, it's just before when I went to the loo, I saw some strange carvings on the wall. I don't know.
I have to mark my territory, baby.
Yeah, I thought so, but I just didn't understand the symbolism.